Hey guys, so it is currently Easter Monday. It is a beautiful sunny day, and for my first workout of this week I am actually going to go on a run, mainly because I'm going to buy a gym's week pass, and because it's Bank Holiday Monday I think starting its day would just be stupid because the gym is going to be so ridiculously busy. And as it's sunny I was like, you know what, let's go on a run. Absolutely no idea how far I'm gonna go or what sort of run I'm gonna do. We're just gonna go and see. I might do intervals, I might just see sort of how far I can go, just put a bit of a podcast in. But yeah, no, I'm just excited to get out, move my body. I'll show you my outfit. I have got on the Everybody Seamless blue like vest. These are so nice for running. I have then got on Tala black shorts and Pure Sport Run Club socks. It's just a nice fit. I've never run in these shorts before, so it might be a little bit risky, but we're gonna give it a good go. The only annoying thing is I've left my running vest at uni, so I'm gonna have to hold my phone, which isn't the end of the world, but I've got a heavy phone, so sometimes it just is a bit much. So I'm not gonna go too far because, like I said, I have to hold my phone. But you know, it's better than nothing. Intervals are so hard. Oh my god. I just did 400 all out after doing 200 all out. I'm not convinced I'm going to finish this. I might just run and chill because I can like taste blood. Not enjoyable. I know it looks like I haven't actually moved because I'm in the exact same spot I was before, but I have been on a run. I did about a 6-kilometre interval run, and I'm not gonna lie, it was horrible. It was like pyramid intervals. So I started off doing max 200 metre sprint and then max 400 metre sprint, and after that I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I think in the clip I videoed, I say, oh, I might not do it all, but I did. I finished it. I did also do like a TikTok vlog of it because obviously I'm not really gonna, it's hard to vlog when I'm running, so I just did sort of like a few little snippets. So I will put that in here. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best start to my, well, it is the best start of training of my week, but probably not that interesting for you guys to watch. I promise when I'm in the gym, I will be talking through my workouts, what I'm doing, but for the moment, yeah, Monday, a little bit boring. It is now Tuesday. I am about to head off to the gym to do an upper body session, but I thought, instead of making this just a week of workouts, I'll also make it a week of workout outfits, because if you know me, I pride myself on my gym fits. I'm so lucky to work with so many amazing brands, so I was like, why not turn it into me showing you my gym fits as well? Because to be honest, often if I'm like looking at someone in the gym, I'm looking at what they're wearing. Like, if ever you're in the gym with me and you catch me staring at you, I'm not staring at you for any other reason than I'm trying to figure out where your gym clothes are from, or whether I like them or whether I have them. So yeah, I'm about to go train a body, but let me show you my fit of the day. So we've gone with a whole Gymshark number today. We have got the Legacy T-Bra, like, bralette, and I love this. I just love like the double layer of it, and then this is the back. See, it's like T-bar. So as I'm training upper body, I think I'm training pull, but I might just sort of do a bit of a combination. I was like, I have to wear this. And then for the leggings, I have got, they're like Elevate purple burgundy leggings. I don't know if the colours are coming off on camera, but again, it's a gorgeous colour. And yeah, this is the outfit of the day. Just nice and chilled. Like I said, all Gymshark, and my code LilyF will get you 10% off. Sometimes it's more, like at the moment it's 20%, but I think by the time this goes live, that sadly would have ended. We have made it to the gym, so it is time for the pre-workout. I actually have been off caffeine for a week because people said it might help my chronic fatigue, and I can't lie to you guys, it has actually just not helped anything. So I'm still gonna reduce my caffeine intake, don't get me wrong, but pre-workout's a must. And this, like, it's not a crazy pre-workout. It only has 150 milligrams of caffeine, and I don't take the full serving of it, so it's not awful, don't shout at me. But it's the Origin Dry Scoop by My Protein, and literally you just scoop this into your mouth and it like dissolves like sherbet. You're meant to do 2 full scoops, but I do 2 half, probably less than half scoops, because it's quite intimidating, just like putting it in your mouth. Right, you ready? And then it just dissolves, that water. It is odd when you first put it in. I don't understand how people can do full scoops, but this is the passion fruit twister flavour, and it's actually so good. Like, the aftertaste of it is good. Like I said, I think I'm mainly going to do a pull session, but I don't want to speak it into existence, as I might do biceps and triceps, but I don't know if I want that to happen, because I feel like I'm close to getting a pull-up. I don't know if I am or not, but it feels like it's close. So we're going to go work on our pull-ups, maybe hit some shoulders as well, because I neglect shoulders in my... Why is the camera rocking? I neglect shoulders in my push session, so if I put them in today and do a little bit of both, just something like lat raise, but yes. So like I said, we're doing a pull session today, and I always start every single upper body session with a warm-up. Now I will grab the lightest resistance band possible and just sort of move my shoulders about, get the shoulder mobility going, do these sort of, they're called like shoulder dislocations, you pull them round, and then here just getting the chest, and then just sort of like hanging, getting used to sort of being on the bar, things like that. Then the first exercise I do is pull-ups. I always get these out of the way, one because it just activates the back, but also they require a lot of energy. Now I start with a purple band. The aim was to sort of get 4 here, just sort of as many as I can do. This bar is a little bit too low for me. My feet sort of almost touch the floor, which is a bit of a challenge, but yeah, I just try and do a light as band as possible and try and get the most reps out. This is me seeing how well I could do one. On other days, I've actually been closer to doing one than this. This just looks embarrassing. I like literally don't even move, but that's why we're working on the pull-ups. For my next exercise in this session, I moved on to this row variation. I always try to do a pulling movement and a rowing movement. So I will either do inverted rows and lat pull downs, or pull-ups and a form of row. I did 4 sets of 6 to 8 here at a really heavy weight, because I find that is what works best for me in the compound movements. And then when I go further down the line to isolation movements, I can really pump the reps out there. With these lower rep ranges in particular, it is super important that I'm pushing to failure. Like you can see here, I sort of get to a biting point, like, am I going to go for the rep? No. Like there, and I really have to push through. So it's super important that we make sure the rep range is right for the weight that we're doing. Then I moved on to my single arm motion, and this was sort of like a lat pull down and a row variation. I love this exercise. So like I said, it's a single arm row. You just sort of pull down, having the bench there, you have a bit of support and you get a full range of motion. I clearly haven't quite got my camera to understand the exposure, but you can see what I'm doing. For this one, I do a few more reps. I do 8 to 10, sometimes if I'm feeling it 10 to 12, but again, I prefer to push the weight a little bit more on this one. And as always, make sure you swap sides, and the key is to do the same amount on both sides. If one side is particularly weak, then start with that side. That's probably what I should have done here, because my left side is weaker, but you adapt and you overcome. As this is quite a high intensity session, this is actually my last exercise. I did dumbbell hammer curls supersetted with bicep curls. So this is always a great finisher I love to do to basically just destroy my biceps. I do 8 reps of each at sort of a weight where you're struggling, but obviously because it's a superset and I know I've got bicep curls coming next, you don't want to massively fatigue yourself. So it's super important with supersets that you're choosing the right weight. So I'm getting 8 reps of the hammer curls and the bicep curls. And I know I'm meant to be training biceps here, but my deltoids are taking over. They look gorgeous, I'm not gonna lie. Just finishing the session with a bit of an incline walk. Because why not? I'm not going to film for too long because of the sound, but yeah, baby. It is Wednesday and we are about to go and train legs, but I got my dog on the floor. But like I said, I'm going to talk you through my outfits. So we have got on this light grey timeless square neck vest with moonshine unified shorts. I've really been enjoying the unified shorts. I didn't think anything would compare to Effortless, however I do really like them, and I just thought it's a cute sort of like spring combo, although outside is not giving spring, the outfit is. I did set an alarm to wake up and do an early gym session, but that just didn't happen. So it's now 11:30 and we're about to go. But it's better late than ever. That's what I'm gonna say. And then I'm gonna go to a coffee shop and do some work once I have finished. I feel like this video is just gonna be me repeating myself because I'm back at the gym again. Who would have thought in a video of me showing my week, I'd be back in the gym? But I thought I'd show you my pre-workout. Again, I feel like everything this day, or like in this video, is what outfit I'm wearing, what pre-workout I'm having, what my session is. So we have got the Alani Nutrition Kim-Aid because it was 99p in the shop, and I had these when I went to Gymshark Lifting Club, and I'm a big fan. Just like with the upper body session, I start all my lower body sessions with a workout, and arguably it's more important for me and my lower body. I just find if I haven't opened up all my joints or my muscles, then the session just isn't very good. So I did 5 minutes on the bike, and then I just sort of stretch everything out, making sure everything is dynamic, so on the move, here targeting hip mobility, ankle mobility. Normally I do this before I squat, but it's still important before RDLs anyway, leg swings as well. And then with any big compound movement, I will always start off warming up a lot lighter. So here I will always do a set with a bar, no matter how many sets, reps, everything I'm doing. And then I have popped on here 40 kg as this is a comfortable warm-up weight for me. Do about 10 to 12 reps here before loading on the weight. Here I did 60 kg. I did 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps. I can normally do a little bit more. I think I did do 8 reps of most of these 60, other than like the last maybe 2 sets. I'll explain a little bit later, but this session just didn't really go my way. So mentally I wasn't in it, so I really did what I could with these RDLs, but they felt nice, like all things considered. Within any of my glute sessions, I always like to include a hinging movement and a thrusting movement. So this glute drive is my thrusting movement of the session. I didn't put on a very heavy weight here. This is about 70 kg, which for me is doable. I did 10 reps, sort of tried to take them slowly, although this video doesn't actually look that slow. But yeah, they felt good and I'm really glad I did them. I did 3 sets of 10 reps. Again, just at that lower weight mark. Normally I will pile the weight up higher on this, but as I mentioned, with not being in it mentally, this was just what was right for me to do in this session. And then I actually only did one more exercise. I did these hip adductions and abduction superset. These I will normally do at the start of the session. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, I think I'm changing one. Who knows? But yeah, I finished with this superset. I always like with this machine just hitting both of them. One, because it makes it a little bit more challenging doing both of them, but also it's just a good way to get a bit more intensity, a bit more reps out of it. I do always have to make it a much lighter weight for these, which are around, I'm a sports science student, I should know. I think these are the adductions. I always have to make it a lower weight because these are significantly harder. But again, it felt good and I'm glad that I got in and did some stuff. But you can just see here, I'm just having a bit of a mental breakdown for some reason. So that absolutely did not go to plan. You probably couldn't tell in the clips like how frustrated I was getting, but just everything, like it didn't even feel heavy. The weights felt fine, I just wasn't in it. And I think with my fatigue, if I'm not in it, it's not gonna work. So I just did as much as I could, but you know, we're gonna go do a bit of a work block now, and it's not the end of the world. I still did 3 exercises, that is still a big win. It's better than me doing nothing. So that's what I've just got to remind myself, because as much as it's frustrating that I can't do the session like I'd want, I got stuff done, and that's what's important. So it is what it is. We move on, put that session behind us, but yeah, hopefully we'll be better tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a functional style session tomorrow, and then I can always include some accessories that I didn't manage to do today in tomorrow's session, so a lot more of the single leg isolation stuff. So you know, we work around it, it's fine. And I might have a cute gym outfit tomorrow. Oh, I'm not going to have to post. Maybe I won't wear my cute gym outfit so I can post this video. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Another day, another gym fit. It is now Thursday and I've dragged myself out of bed. Literally dragged it. It's currently, what time is it? 2 o'clock. I got 12 hours of sleep and I just was not it was not with it. And after yesterday's session, I was like, no, I'm just gonna take the time, stay in bed for a bit. But we're up now, we're gonna have some pre-workout, and I love the gym fit today. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really like it. It's both Honor Active, it's the Everybody Seamless vest in black, tangerine shorts, which I don't know if they do anymore, and then I have got the matching bra on as well. But we are doing a functional style session today, hence the sort of a bit more exciting fit. I was like, you know, I just want a good gym fit, have a good session. Yeah, I'm excited for the functional stuff, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to be yet, but that's going to be the vibe of it. So here we have it. So you're quickly going to notice a common theme of me starting my sessions, and like I said, with all the other ones I've done so far, they must start with a warm-up. When you're moving your body in such a vigorous way, you can't just go straight into it. You need to give it a chance to settle into the routine. And I also find not only physically does it get me ready for exercise, but also mentally it's so important. So I normally do some form of stretching, and then I do a sort of like session appropriate warm-up. So here I did an 1,000-meter row. I took this slower, focusing on the long pulls, working on form a little bit, because while rowing is in high rocks, which is this sort of session I've tried to do, it wasn't my main aim to get my heart rate high here, go as fast as I could, as long as I could. It was simply just get used to the movement, get used to being able to pull it with force, try and get some distance in, but the pressure wasn't on this row for this particular session, if that makes sense. And then my camera died, bit of a long story, but anyway, it was not a long story, the camera just died. But I did the first circuit, which is ski ergs. These are horrible. I did 250 meters of these, and then I went straight into dumbbell snatches, which are these. I love this movement. Now, this isn't a high rocks movement. You don't need to do it within the official program. However, it is great for functionality and just overall movement of the body. Now, I didn't rest in between these two, so I went straight from the ski erg into this, and I did, I think, 10 reps of each side on this, making it 20. And then after this I went into sled push, which is in the high rock session. My form in this one I was quite happy with, but the hardest part about the sled push was actually turning it around at the end, because this gym's track wasn't super long and it didn't have a sled that you could push both ways. So I think I stuck 70 kg on here, including the basket weight, and I just did the equivalent of 50 meters of that, which felt really good. With the sudden change in quality comes a change of aim, and here I did walking lunges into burpee broad jumps. Now again, these are two things included within high rocks. Walking lunges, you normally have weight on them, however here my aim was to go until failure, so I did walking lunges one way, burpee broad jumps into the next one. Now this was the first time I'd properly done burpee broad jumps, and let me tell you, I was humbled. They were more fun than I thought they were. I like the broad jump element of it. It just makes it a little bit more interesting than normal burpees, but they were still hell, they were still horror. So I did that as many times as I could until failure, which to be honest was quite soon. You can see me literally crawling off the floor then. But yeah, this was horrible. I don't necessarily recommend this because it was so hard, but it's good. So, you know, swings and roundabouts. So I think the last clip ended very, very abruptly, and that is because my camera died whilst I was in the gym, which is not very helpful. But I've managed to film a little bit on my phone, so I put that in. It just means it's the wrong way around, which isn't ideal, but you know, we work with it. We're still beginners over here, and that beginner needs to learn to charge her camera. Anyway, jump to Saturday, which is today. Yesterday I had a rest day. I mean, I say rest day, it was definitely active rest because we were in London, did around 12,000 steps. Ideally I probably would have had a bigger rest day, but it's fine. And then this morning it is bright and early. Well, bright and early for me, it's like 8:30, and we're going to go and do park run. I'm dragging Adam along with me, except he will run off because he's faster than me. But it's just a 5.5k because I've got a new route, so I'll see what I can film. But obviously because it's park run, like, you don't really film it, you know, because there's just loads of people doing it. But essentially, yeah, I'm doing a 5k this morning, and then the plan was to train push this afternoon, because often if I've done something like a 5k, I never push my hardest at parkrun either, so it means I can normally go and do a training session. But Gabby's coming and we're actually going to Bicester Village, and I was like, I'd rather do that than train push, to be honest. So push is just not going to get trained this week, but that's the reality of my weeks. I'm not your structured, I have to do this every single day. If I can't do this on this day, I'm going to find time to do it. No. And also with my gym's week pass, there's only like certain times I can go, so what a shame. What a shame. Anyway, I'll see if I can just film a little bit of me running just to prove that I've done it. But yeah, off to parkrun. I was about to rush off without showing my outfit, so we'll show it quickly. We have got oil blue. It's the go-to seamless, but like the loose top. My first time wearing it, so I'll give my reviews. We have then got unified ash grey leggings. I actually really like running in unified. I'm hoping they're not too thick, but we live and we learn. And then yellow pure sport socks. We're back from parkrun. I didn't film much because, like I said, like there's just loads of people. So if I film anything, there's going to be people in it, and I don't just want to be there like, woo, woo, look at me videoing. I did it in 36 minutes 30, but it's 5.5k, not 5k. So I'm happy with the time, to be fair. It felt harder than like the half marathon. Like I don't know why running 5k is so hard, because I don't want to gas it, so I always start slow and then I end up just gradually speeding up, and then it's just all a bit carnage. But Gabby's now not coming till later, so we're not going to go to Bicester Village, so I am debating training push. I'm debating having breakfast, doing a bit of work, and then she's getting to mine like 2:30. But yeah, no, parkrun was good. I feel refreshed, and that's what I love about parkrun, because it's now 10 and I'm back home having already done my run for the day. It's Sunday, which means it is the final day of this vlog, the final training day, and I think I've decided I'm going to go and do legs, because my other leg session wasn't ideal. I might change it into like a full body push, so I do like pushing leg movements and then also just add in like some chest, because I am aware I haven't trained that yet this week. However, I am going to train it tomorrow, but because I want to get this video live today, then I think it's just easier for me to just train chest tomorrow and just do that on my own without having to film anything. So yeah, we're gonna go train chest. No, we're not. We're gonna go, that was a Freudian slip, maybe I need to train chest. Here is the outfit to do so. I feel like I've worn a lot of blue this week, but I just really like it. So this is again the Moonstone blue in the unified bra, and it's also halter neck, which is just gorgeous. And then I have got on Sage, these are cycling shorts I believe, because my normal shorts are at uni, because believe it or not, all of these outfits are just made with clothes I have left at home that I haven't taken home from uni with me. So that is what we've got on, and then we've got on odd socks. Don't know why, but sums up the session, I think. There's no worse feeling than when you get in a car ready to go somewhere and you realise you have no petrol, because my gym is a half an hour drive away and I've already had my pre-workout, which is probably a bit silly, so now I've got to stop and get petrol, because I mean, it's not too far on the red, but in this car it just jumps. So we're probably gonna have to get petrol on the way, and also it's money I don't want to be spending. I also do think I'm gonna do a full body push session, because I just think it sounds more fun, and I'm not sure if I'm in the headspace to do a full blown leg session. So I think I might do like a squat variation, leg extension, because then they're pushing, but then also do like a chest press, shoulder press sort of vibe. So turn it into a bit of a full body. Let's get into the session. So first things first, as I said, always start with the warm up, but the bike I was trying to use, I couldn't move it, and the thing kept coming off. So thankfully there was a bike next to it that was free, so we just sat on there and we just did 5 minutes of sort of light resistance cycling, just to get the blood flowing in our legs, and then we do the classic warm-up, which you've seen me doing pretty much every session now, the leg swings, the hip openers, all that jazz. And then we started off with these heel elevated Smith machine goblet squats. Now these are a great alternative for a hack squat if you're not a big fan of hack squat, and I like doing them when I don't feel like normal squatting, which is quite a lot of the time. I'm not a big fan of your standard barbell squats, but these are really, really good, and they target your quads just that bit more, I find. So as you can see, I've got my heel elevated here. I've just whacked on 5 kg either side, because this bar was actually quite heavy, and I just did 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps, focusing on strength in these, because they are horrible, but they feel good, and like I said, target those quads. I decided to make this like a full body push session, but with a focus on the shoulders. So next we went into shoulder press. This machine was a little bit confusing because it was a dual axis one, but it's the same sort of idea and the same thing I've been doing at other gyms. And I did 3 sets of 10 reps here. I was meant to do less, but they had quite a big jump in the weights and like the increments I had. just didn't really work, but it was a solid exercise, and I do like a shoulder press, I do. And then next, my gym has this cool machine, which is a single leg extension. So I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps of these on each side. I'm probably going a little bit quickly here, but as you can see, I end up pushing to failure anyway, and by my face, it was horrible. But the main important thing I will say when doing single leg exercises is that you're doing the same number on each leg, because you don't want one leg to become stronger than the other. If you constantly start on your strong leg, you can do 10 reps on that, and the other one you can't even get to 6. We just want to make sure we're doing the same, so everything is even and we prevent those imbalances. Next, I moved on to calf raises. These are an exercise that I have implemented a lot more since running, and have found have actually really benefited my running and how I feel, because often when I'd get back from runs, my calves would just be in agony. They felt like my weak point. So now by just doing some simple calf raises, either here or on the Smith machine, they're great. I just do 2 sets of 15 to 20 reps, so a lot higher rep range, but you're only doing it for 2 sets instead. But yeah, definitely include these if you are a runner. Then the final exercise I did, again keeping on the line of shoulders, was these lat raises. Sometimes I do these on a cable, sometimes I'll do them with actual dumbbells, but for now I just did them on the machine, and I did 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. So try to push to failure as close as I could. With these, I find I fatigue really quickly, but yeah, it was a good way to end the session. We have finished in the gym now. We had actually a surprisingly good session. I didn't do as much legs as I wanted, but I was just like, oh, you know, I'm actually really hungry, so I don't want to push myself too hard and get like lightheaded and stuff. But I think I'm going to end this vlog here. Well, not vlog, video, whatever you want to call it. I really hope you found it useful and enjoyed coming through a week of workouts with me. I do offer one-to-one online coaching if you are looking for like a little bit more support in the gym, things like that. I'll put my inquiry link in the description. I will also put any affiliate links sort of on a Gymshark, my protein, anything I've used. But yeah, if you did enjoy, remember to like and subscribe.